What's going on, guys? County Gains back here again, about to get myself even more shadow banned. This one's Andrew Tate's Hoedar Philosophy, so this one's gonna be pretty brutal, man. Hit that subscribe button, check out my Patreon down below for more content, and yeah, this one's gonna be crazy, guys. So this is the Fresh and Fit podcast. This is Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate giving us some knowledge on women. I guess let's get it, baby.
Okay, but go ahead.
Okay, so considering that you guys have been with a bunch of different girls.
No. I told you earlier. Told you I was a man of God.
Man of God. Open it, man of God.
Man of God.
Man of God.
Man of God.
Amen.
I'm sorry she said that, Jesus. Don't listen to her.
Where's the holy water?
Says the person that says that they would get with the ring girls right after their fight.
When I get with, I meant read the Bible. We were playing cards.
Okay, you have a lot of diversity. You have a lot of different women coming at you. What would set a girl apart for you to see her differently? That's my question.
That's a good
question.
That's a good question. And I think at the point in my life now, if I were dating and I was trying to find a new girl, I'd be looking for so many tiny things. You know what? Like they say, in the eyes of an amateur, there's many possibilities, but in the eye of the expert, there's few. Right. So like if you're a boxer and you're an amateur, it's chaotic. But if you're a professional, it's pretty simple. It's left or right. You know what to look for. So I feel like, because I'm an old man, 35 today, I kind of feel like I know what to look for, and I'd be looking for a billion tiny little things. So if I let's say I'm dating a new girl and I walk into a high-end restaurant and some guy or someone or some girl, oh hi, and she's like, oh hi, did a instant red flag. Why the fuck? Why do you know this bitch in this restaurant? How many times you been in this restaurant? Who's that?
If you know every single bouncer in the city, the girl, run.
Red flag.
Who's that bitch? Who's this dude? Oh, he's my friend. He's a promoter. Red flag. There's no such thing as male friends. Another bullshit.
Bam.
But like women don't actually realize what men find attractive, because if you did, you'd all act completely different.
Bam.
You ain't got a clue, right? So if you go like girls dancing in the club, like no, stand the fuck still.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Thank
I don't want to
you.
see it. It's
Thank
not
you.
sexy. Stop.
Yeah.
You're like, stop. Dancing in the club, people knowing who she is, her being busy. I don't trust them busy bitches. If I'm like, it's Tuesday, let's grab lunch. Oh, I can't because, I've got a new opening of my friend's store, and then my cousin is a TikTok influencer, and then after that, I'm going to the, shut up.
That's actually hilarious, because, if you ever try and like get a woman on a date and they say they're busy and stuff, he said he didn't trust them. That's funny. Like if they're always busy. Yeah. Oh, man, this is brutal. Bro, like, I don't know how people just get messed over in relationships nowadays, guys. You got to start watching and learning, right?
I don't like that shit, right? No, I'm telling you. But I know this because through experience, all these tiny things add up to the same thing. They all add up to the same thing. There's no such thing as a girl who goes into high-end restaurants who everybody knows, who's busy all the time, who ain't jumping on some dick. I don't want it, right? So, me personally, what would set a girl apart?
Damn, bro. Give me a minute. That's actually crazy, guys. I know everyone in their own city. I live in like a small city. I know everyone in their own city, they know some chick or a few of them that are just mad busy, like just like big celebrities, or they know the people in the clubs, and bro, stay far away from all that.
It would be, I know it sounds completely unrealistic, it'd be a very beautiful, kind, courteous woman who really doesn't know very many people, really doesn't do very much, extremely small circle, who was honest and open about the fact she's dating somebody, right? If she wants to take a picture of the food, if she takes a picture of the food and my hand's in it, I'll notice that. If she's angling it, so my hand ain't in it, I notice these things. I've been around the block. I ain't gonna say nothing. Well, like, all right, bitch, yeah, you want the fucking short ribs, but this one finger's gonna upset some dude you're talking to on Insta, right? Even I'm at the point now where,
so like not tagging people on Instagram, not tagging your bae or your babes on Instagram. That's a big one, guys. Oh man, this is so bad.
But this one finger's gonna upset some dude you're talking to on Insta, right? Even I'm at the point now where I've been around. I've met beautiful women, and when I say beautiful, I mean 15 out of 10.
Yeah.
Private Insta, no profile picture. was like, why don't you have a profile picture? Because I don't want guys to follow me.
Sheesh.
That's the kind of shit I like.
Sheesh.
And I'm like, yeah, that's a woman,
That's like a tag. Perfect. That's like a rap tag.
right? But a lot of that's cultural as well. That's very hard to find in the USA.
Yeah.
Colombia.
Yeah, there's other countries you can go to where that's a lot more common. In the USA, all the girls are about clout. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's different. So what I would be looking for is a bunch.
Same in Ireland, guys. The same in Ireland. Like, it's very hard. Like, I'm obviously half Eastern European as well. Oh, like, I'm not. I'm Irish. Like, but genetically, I suppose you call it. And when I go to Slovakia every year, or go to Prague every year, it's such different culture. Like, people don't, sleep around and stuff. It's more of like a one person, one relationship type thing.
Bunch of tiny little
You're in
things.
the USA, by the way.
I know, babe. But it's a bunch
On
of
vacation.
Sorry.
Yeah,
For a few days, 3 weeks.
But it's a bunch of tiny little things, and those tiny little things, if it's kind of like, it's a good thing I'm not a girl, because if I had the knowledge I have and I was a girl, I'd be dangerous.
Dangerous, bro.
I'd be dangerous.
We see it all the time.
I'd have billions in the bank. You don't know how I'd finesse. Oh, I'd kill the game. I'd be Miss fucking timid sitting there. Oh, I've never been here before, like on my 25th date and shit. I'd kill it. But yeah, like so. And one more thing I want to say. Another thing that is ultra off-putting, and girls don't realize this. It's extremely off-putting when a man goes on a date with one of them real confident girls. It's off-putting. I'll tell you why it's off-putting. It's not because I'm insecure. It's because I've just picked you up. You don't know me. I'm a 6'3" kickboxing world champion. I could be a psycho. You don't know me. You're sitting next to me. You're confident as fuck. How many times has
Bro, this is so brutal, but kind of so true. You ever see those chicks, man? They're just so ultra masculine. You're like, oh my god. Like, even on Instagram, you see it, guys. And it's just brutal. And there's not talking about confidence. There's a difference between being confident. Look, everyone's confident, right? But like those ultra, like, masculine type chicks, it's just like, oh man, I don't want to be anywhere near your ass, man, for real. And like, Tate is just so correct when he says this, guys. It's very off-putting because it's like, you're supposed to be the masculine guy, not the chick, right?
you don't know me. You're sitting next to me. You're confident as fuck. How many times has big dudes picked your ass up? This should be unfamiliar. You should be a bit nervous. Like, who the fuck's this guy? But you're all like, oh hi, yeah, that. I'm like, well, you're all right. Another Wednesday, yeah, ho. You understand? So it's even, you could come and sit in my car and just be confident, know some girl in the restaurant, and then sit down and think the date went fine. And by the time at the end of it, I'm like, nah, I'm not interested.
The small things.
The small things.
Yeah, this is
I've been around the block.
you're right about it.
Tristan, what about you?
Well, my answer is going to be very similar, but when I'm going to talk about the eye of the expert, as Andrew was saying, and the small things you could notice. So when you've read the Bible to as many women as I have, you notice small things that most men don't. So there was this girl from out of town. She lived about 2 hours away from me, so I could only see her one day every week, or 2 days every 2 weeks, etc. And I had to go to Istanbul for business. I thought, this girl's quite quiet. She doesn't have Instagram. She was passing all the main tests. So I flew her to Istanbul. She knows I'm going to stay in the best of the best places. I get to this 5-star hotel. She opens her little suitcase, this young girl, and she pulls out a hairdryer. And I'm like, she doesn't know that all 5-star luxury hotels have hairdryers in the bathroom. That's main chick material. You see, a lot of you girls, it's the tiny details. As Andrew was saying, if I was a girl and I knew this information, I'd be dangerous. It's tiny things.
Dude,
like
that's crazy. I mean, that's reaching, but that's crazy.
bringing a hairdryer to a 5-star hotel. I'm like, she doesn't need it, but the fact that she bought it means she isn't flying to 5-star hotels with a bunch of dudes. Because otherwise she'd know that basic piece of information.
Yeah,
Like, you guys ever see, like, and I don't mean hating on chicks, like, guys are just as bad, right? But I'm just saying, like, when you see, like, chicks on Instagram and they're, like, on a new holiday every week, they're with a new guy every week, I'm like, or just on holidays all the time, it's like, how are you affording that lifestyle? Like, daddy ain't that rich, man. That is coming from guys that are, like, hitting them. It's brutal, man. It's just, bro, Instagram just changed the whole game, bro.
it's another
But
thing.
that's already when you have her in the car and you're taking her to a hotel.
No, that's the point. But
No, I knew her for a few months before that.
But no, another point is it's other things. Like, this is why I say women don't understand what men find attractive. Like, I understand you girls want to live your life, and I understand that you want to put up sexy pictures on Instagram, whatever. I don't have a problem with a girl putting up a picture in a bikini. I don't actually have a problem with that. What I do know, if I see a girl in 15 different locations, she ain't pay for that shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
I don't get.
And, like, not to be an asshole, guys, like, if it's around Europe, like, obviously this is different in America, right? Like, if you're American, you're flying to, like, Italy every weekend. Yeah, that's true. But if you're in Ireland and you see a girl and she's flying around from Portugal, those flights are €5, guys. That's not really a big deal. What people have an issue with is you see chicks and they're hanging out at the nicest place. They're in Dubai, they're in Japan, they're in freaking Australia for the weekend. They're in here, and you're like, God damn, those flights cost like 2 G's. Like, you know, they got the handbags and all this stuff, and you're like, oh man, like this is all paid for by Saudi money or OnlyFans money or some guy. You know, it's really off-putting, guys. You know, I personally, you know, not that I mean I'd even have a chance with any of these chicks, but it's like, you definitely don't want that. You know, if you're a high status guy, like, I don't think you kind of want that kind of thing, guys. Terrible.
I don't give a fuck what hustler, boss babe. I don't care what fucking shitty clothing brand you put in your bio.
Yeah.
You did not pay to go Singapore, Dubai, Tokyo in the last 2 months. You're a fucking liar.
Because
dudes are paying for that.
And if you are a self-made millionaire, you're there with your friends.
Yeah.
Why you by yourself in every picture? You are a self-made millionaire, legit. Let's pretend it's some fantasy land that's completely true. Why are you alone at every dinner? Why are you alone at every bar? Why are you alone on every beach? Where are your girlfriends?
And
you're a millionaire. Bring your friends
You work
with
on
you.
Target.
So
Dude, if I was a millionaire, shit, man. What did Big Sean say in that song? For those that help me out, I'll give you heaven and earth or a hell of a check, whichever comes first, right? You're gonna help your friends out. You're gonna have your mates with you all the time. If you're a millionaire, truly, that's what you're gonna be doing, not on your own the whole time.
Yeah. And this is another thing. So I'll even just look at a girl's Instagram and just go, too many locations. We know. Too many locations. And this is the thing, but the girls don't really have to try and hide it. The reason I can say all these things and girls don't try and hide it is because they don't have to hide any of these things. All the things I'm saying to you are things that turn off every man. Not just me, every man.
Yeah.
Every man notices them. But they'll still simp for your ass anyway because you're pretty.
Yeah.
And this is the game. There's a lot of red pill guys and a lot of guys who hate on women for getting away with what they get away with. I don't blame the women. It's the pussy ass dude that puts up with it.
That's fine. That's true, guys. I'm not even I never hate on chicks and stuff on this channel. This isn't a red pill channel, guys. It's always the guys, man. You see guys simping, and it's not big, strong, muscular guys, and you see guys and they're all like muscled up and stuff. It's nothing to do with how masculine you are as a person. It's to do with your mind, guys, your brain, and what comes out your mouth. That's the most important thing when it comes to not simping and not being a beta male, right? It's nothing to do with how strong or how big muscles you are. It's to do with your mind, guys. Can you get, can you get manipulated by women, and can you get manipulated? Because that's the women are gonna just do their own thing, and guys gonna fall for it because they're easy to manipulate, right?
All set our own boundaries in life, right? If you're gonna go out there and act in a certain way, and dudes are gonna tolerate it, then why would you change? Absolutely.
True.
I understand these girls are doing what they're doing, and they're still getting so much attention. Why would they stop? They don't give a shit. She's sitting here saying she sucked endless dick. She can go out and get fucked tonight. So why would she stop?
Right now.
So why would she stop? So is that her fault or the dude's fault? It's the dude's fault.
Yeah.
I blame all the fucking simps. It's the dudes who are doing all this.
True.
Yeah, I once saw a video on Twitter of like a 450-pound woman talking about, when God made me, he blessed me with all these bountiful curves. And I got quite big. I made a splash on Twitter before I lost my second account because I retweeted and I said, you know whose fault this is? All the dudes who are fucking her. If she wasn't getting, sorry, American women. If a woman that size was living in the country I live in, she wouldn't be so confident because no one's hitting her up. No one's in her DMs. No one's trying to have sex with her.
She was bedbound.
Yeah, no. She was like disabled. Bitch.
We all like curvy, but like bedbound's a different.
No, that was it was an exertion to stand up and make that little TikTok video. And I'm telling you, but someone's dicking her right now. Someone's dicking her, and that's where the confidence comes from. So we blame men. We don't blame the women.
There you go.
Why would you?
It's kind of sad. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna make fun of someone that's bedbound and overweight. I actually create programs to help people that are overweight and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, just in terms of the whole, whatever manosphere you call it, me and my friends like to joke about that kind of thing. When you hear actual guys talk about it, most of the time the guys are going to be red pill, black pill, whatever. They're going to be like these real simp guys, but they're the guys that are perpetrating the problem, right? Because they're, they're pushing the problem even more. America's a real different place because I was in Canada and America for a month, and people like catcall you in the street. It's way different than Europe, like. But if you're any bit overweight and stuff, it doesn't matter there, right? You're still going to get girlfriend, wife, whatever. But here in Europe, guys, the standards are a lot higher. I think that people don't actually think that. In Ireland especially, guys, the standard for women and for men is like through the roof. It's actually very high. And not just in terms of how you look, 6 foot, jacked, loads of money, nice car, nice house. Not even how that. It's more of like a status thing here in Ireland, guys. It's kind of crazy, actually. I think Ireland probably has one of the highest standard countries I've ever been to when it comes to relationships. in Canada and America, that doesn't really matter. You know, in Europe, that doesn't really matter. But in like the Western world, like England and Ireland, it definitely does matter. Hope you guys enjoy that, man. I love you guys all. Leave in the comments down below, do you guys agree with me? 14 minutes of me talking nonsense. Oh man, what a video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.